What's up, residents? Jacob here. Sorry for being a little late on this topic. Obviously, we had Jurassic World Dominion just come out this last weekend, so we were, watching that. But if you didn't know, the first official look at the next installment in the MonsterVerse was recently officially revealed, and of course, we're gonna talk about that today. This new image comes from the upcoming Kong Skull Island series set to air on Netflix probably later this year. And we'll follow our big hairy boy back during his younger days, potentially. We're not quite sure on when this series takes place just yet, and we're going to discuss that in this video. So if you want to be kept up to date on all the new MonsterVerse news, stomp that subscribe button and hit the bell, and let's hurry up and get into this video. Alright everyone, so here is the brand new official image showing two human characters on their knees in the middle of what is clearly Kong's gigantic footprint. Kinda has that 1998 Zilla Godzilla scene with Mechado standing in the footprint vibe going on with it.
I don't see it!
But before we break this new image down, let's see what Legendary had to say to go along with this post they made. Which I will say has gotten over 15,000 likes on Instagram alone. I'm not quite sure what it's got on Facebook and Twitter and all of them, but this is definitely one of Legendary's more popular posts. Their other posts usually get like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 likes, so this is really telling them that us, the MonsterVerse fans, are freaking hyped for more MonsterVerse content. We want to see her up and give it to us, damn it. Legendary says, here's your first glimpse at Skull Island, a new anime series about a group of explorers that find themselves on a collision course with strange beasts, terrifying titans, and the most mysterious island the world has ever known. Coming to Netflix later this year, probably, is what we know so far. So that description sounds just about like every other Skull Island experience we've ever seen so far, but it did say something that kind of had me excited, and that is that there's going to be at least more than one titan in this series. They say titans. We know that Kong is a titan, but the normal kind of wildlife that you see on Skull Island, those aren't usually typically considered titans in the MonsterVerse. They're just, wild Skull Island, crazy island creatures, which this description also describes. So we're going to be potentially seeing Kong fight some big, large, massive opponents in this new anime series, and that has me pretty damn stoked. It's not just him fighting skull crawlers still, I hope. So anyway, let's look at all the small little details in this new image. The first thing I want to talk about is what the heck is Kong doing on the beach here? Is he taking a little stroll, really just feeling the vibe of the ocean? I don't know, we don't really know what he's doing here, but clearly he's just patrolling around, and that's okay. I do want to point out that this image does add some confusion to this new anime series coming out, because everyone thought that it was set to come out in 1930. Well, these footprints show a Kong that is at least the same size or very similar to the one that we've seen in 1973, the original Skull Island movie. So either Kong was around that 100-foot mark 40 years prior to the Skull Island movie, or this series doesn't take place in the 1930s like we originally thought and may happen after the Skull Island movie. If you kind of go and look at that movie and kind of see how big Kong's foot is, standing around the people in that movie, it looks about the same as what this image is showing us. So, a lot of confusion there on that one, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is still going to take place in the 1930s, or do you think it's going to take place, maybe in the 1970s or 80s? Let me know down in the comments. One more reason that it may take place in the 70s or 80s or, post Skull Island is, well, take a look at these human characters. They don't really look like 1930s people, do they? They don't really have that kind of old school aesthetic vibe that we see in like the 2005 King Kong movie. Now, this is an anime, and of course they do things different in anime series, but this is an anime made by the same people who made the Castlevania series, so it's not like I see a lot of people kind of worrying that, why is this an anime? Can it just be a normal animated series? Well, it might not be the type of anime that you're thinking it's going to be. However, if it's in the 1930s and they have these hoodies and outfits that they're wearing in this image, maybe it is a little bit too anime, but we'll see. Let's wait and see a little bit more, guys. But seriously, I have no idea when this series is taking place. I thought it was the 1930s. That would have been a really cool vibe, different for the MonsterVerse, because it's just been 1970s and up with this series. It would have been cool to see the old times a little bit, but I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see more on that one. But regardless, these human characters are likely in the early stages of being stranded on the island, and why I say that as well, because they're on the coast, and it looks like they're kneeling down in kind of a way of despair. They look like they probably just wrecked, and they're going through some deep stuff right now up in the noggin. So this is probably early on in the series, but I may be wrong. But anyway, residents, that's pretty much it with this image. There's not too much to go on, but hey, it's the first official image of anything post Godzilla vs. Kong that we've received, and that's pretty damn awesome. And if anything, the post tells us the amount of fans who've interacted and liked and really freaked out over this, you know, this is just a cartoon, not one of the big movies, is a good sign for more to come. And of course, you know what to do for more. Stick with us here at Dangerville, subscribe like I said earlier, like this video, share it around to let all the other MonsterVerse fans know that this new image is, you know, out there now. And I'll see you in the next video, which we have some new Godzilla news coming out in videos later this week, or maybe one video, we'll see how it goes. So, stay tuned everyone. This has been Jacob, and as always, thank you for giving me your time, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.